My name's Vicki Holton and I'm here today at Ashridge. I'm a Senior Research Fellow and this is one of a number of different talks, short talks about different aspects of our work, our research, some of our consultancy projects and some of our executive education work that we do. And we do a lot of different things, so anything that you can think of to do with organisations or managers' lives, we're probably interested in it. So the bit that I'm going to talk about is about women's careers. And over the last few years, my colleague Fiona Dent and myself have been involved in looking at women's careers from a number of different angles. So we wanted to understand more about the issues for organisations and what they could do, but we also wanted to understand more about what individual women can do in terms of improving their own career success. And one of the things that I think is really powerful is understanding what the issues are that individuals can change. And obviously organisations can take some responsibility for this as well. They can help, they can provide the career development support and structures. But I think the three issues that I see that would make a difference for women are to have a good manager is something that's really important, to find a mentor, and the third one is to have a good personal brand. And I'll say some more about each of those in turn, very briefly, and help you to perhaps try and think about ways that you might change what you've already got in your own working life, or how organisations can change what they're doing to provide more support. And one of the things that Fiona and I found from our research, and we interviewed a lot of women at different levels in organisations, and we did a survey of over 1,400 people, is that there isn't enough support and feedback for women, especially in the early parts of their career, and that's particularly when they do need their help. I think we've focused a lot on what's happening at board level in recent years, and that's good, but we also need to do things early career to help women get into that pipeline and to get the broad experiences that build a corporate career. So in terms of the first point, to have a good manager, well, if you've ever worked for a bad manager, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But a good manager is somebody who offers you challenge and support. They're somebody who has every confidence in you and in your abilities, and perhaps sometimes can actually see more potential in you than you can see in yourself. And there's a very nice story, actually, somebody we interviewed. Her boss said to her when a project role came up, he said, "You can do that and you can do it really well." And she was rather surprised and flattered, of course, but she hadn't even thought about the role and she didn't particularly want to leave, and she didn't think she could do it very well. But the reply from her boss was that, "I know you can do it and I'm here to help you if you have any problems." And I think that's a really good example of what somebody like that can do. It's the manager as coach, if you like. That's what's really important about it. And so she did take the job and she was very successful with it. So the second point is about having a mentor. And that's somebody who's a good sounding board for you, who can help you think about yourself from an external point of view. So it's somebody who isn't a close colleague. They're somebody often who's got more experience, who perhaps in a big organisation can tell you about how career development works and what career journeys look like. Because if you want to go to a different point in your career, you need to know how to get there. But most importantly, you need to know what the key qualities are. So it might be an international assignment, it might be working with bigger teams, it might be working with a change project or a turnaround project, but there will be key things that will matter on your CV when you go for promotion. So it's things like that. So a mentor can be really useful. So if you haven't got one, get one. And then the third point is about having a personal brand. And you can think about this any way you like, but it is essentially two qualities. One is about understanding the value you bring to your team and to your organisation, and you need to be absolutely clear about what that is. So if you go for your promotion tomorrow, if you talk to somebody, you know what you contribute. And the other point is understanding, and this is harder, I think, understanding how other people see you. And this is something that a mentor can help you with in particular. Your manager can help you with it. But you really need to see yourself from the outside in. And what would people say about you? How would they describe you? What's your reputation in the business? And how do people think about you? How do they recommend you? And I think if you see yourself as a brand, then whatever you want to do with your career, whether it's just about doing a good job, whether it's about moving onwards and upwards, you will have a better career and you will find yourself making networks, making relationships, because people know about you. People have heard about your reputation. And the worst thing that you could possibly say about yourself after 5 or 10 years in a job is that nobody knows anything about what you do. Your colleagues know, but nobody else knows. So you need to think outwards as well as thinking about your personal skills and your development areas, and hope that you can take something from that and to change what's happening for you, whether it's good, bad or indifferent, you can make it better.